Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to week 11 of my London Marathon training series. In this week's episode, we've got a 22-mile long run on the cards.
I'm 21 miles deep now. It's getting very tough.
We're back again for another triple run day.
It's Thursday morning and it's the start of another triple run day. My legs are not loving me today.
And I'll bring you all the action from another big week of marathon training.
I've caught him. Tortoise in the hare. There he is. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I have a feeling he'll be coming back at me.
But before any of that, let's have a quick look back on week 10, see how we finished up, see where the fitness is at, and what are the goals moving forward for the rest of the training block. Well, week 10, as you know, was a deload week. I had a stag do in Newquay to go to, so I took the opportunity to have a deload week. Physically reset, mentally reset, ready to go again for the opening block. So as you can see, mileage is very much down, the long run was down, but I just took the time to recover, ready to go hard for the next remaining block. So what are my goals for the week ahead? Well, now the deload week is out of the way, I'm going to take a 4-week mini block and go all in for these next 4 weeks. That will take me up to the taper point where I've got 3 weeks to go, and then I can taper into the marathon. So for the next 4 weeks, we're looking at about 60 to 70 miles per week and just go all in. So without further ado, let's jump into the week's footage and see how we got on. Well, Monday started with an easy 4-mile run at lunchtime, just getting into the groove of the week, just get that weekend out, or that stag do weekend out of my system. So it felt quite tricky, but I got 4 miles in, start the week off. Then on Tuesday, I did another lunchtime run. That was the glorious sunshine, so sunglasses were on, and I felt quite sprightly about that. Obviously, the weekend is now out of my system, and that was all in sub 7 minutes per mile. Then come the evening, I went out for another run, and it was the first time I wore my sunglasses in the evening. So felt really, really sprightly, and I went with the flow. So it was 6:46 per mile pace, just did another sort of 4 miles or so. So quite happy with that double on the Tuesday. And then we roll into Wednesday, and it was another double day. I had track in the evening, so at lunchtime I went out and did 5 miles, nice and easy on my lunch break, just keeping nice and relaxed, all ready for the big session in the evening. And when we got to the track, the session was 2 by a K, 2 by 800, 2 by 600, 2 by 400, and then a mile at the end. Now, the bulk of the set, that was pretty okay. That was in about 5 minutes per mile, just slightly over, good sort of solid effort. And then the mile at the end, I thought I would probably do it in about 5:30, something like that. But Coach Ben, as all good coaches do, they know how to press all the right buttons with their athletes. So I thought 5:30. He started giving me the big and sort of saying, I'm interested to see what you can do. I think you'll surprise yourself. I want it to be quite spicy. I can see you might have a good run here and all the rest of it. Just pressing all those buttons. So my idea of doing a 5:30 went out the window, and I went all out and did a 5:05. At the end of that set, I was quite happy with that. And the other athletes on the track, they were sort of like shouting at me and saying, come on, come on. So, it kind of all got into proper race mode. So 5:05 at the end of that big set, I was really, really happy with how that went. And then on Thursday, I went out for another triple. It was basically the triple. So it's 3 weeks in a row. But as you can see from the footage coming up, I was not feeling it at all. But let's dive in and take a look.
It's Thursday morning and it's the start of another triple run day. That's 3 weeks in a row. So I'm calling that a triple. My legs are not loving me today. Last night's session has taken it out of me. So my legs are very stiff and it's very cold. However, the London Marathon theme tune has just come on in my ear. So that is keeping me incredibly motivated. There is not a more motivating song than that. But my legs are not loving me. But we'll get 4 miles done and we'll go again at lunchtime. Well, that was fun. Hard 4 miles. My legs are not happy with me. And I didn't want to get out of bed either this morning. In fact, everything about this morning has been a sorry business. And yet, 4 miles done. Feel much better for it, mentally and physically. Loosen the legs right off. So, quite looking forward to going again at lunchtime, to be honest. So I'll catch you up on that one. Run number 2 of the day. I am not feeling this at all. The struggle is real. I feel, you know, when you sometimes feel groggy and grotty, that's how I feel, like I haven't had any sleep. But I have. I've had a really good night's sleep. But I know what the problem is. Really hard session yesterday. Come home, went to have my tea. No decent food in the house. So my tea was Rice Krispies. That is why I feel so bad. Should have had some protein, but there was nothing in the house. So it's my own fault. Lessons learned. It is what it is, and we keep going. But I'm not feeling it at all. There we are, run 2 done, 4 and a bit miles. I livened up a little bit towards the end, but I'm not feeling the best. So I'm off to get a protein shake, cram that down, and then we'll go again later on. Run 3 of the Thursday triple. My legs feel no better. It's going to be a grind, but I'll be really happy to get it done. It'll be 12 miles for the day, so really productive. And then tomorrow I'll take a nice easy day. Right, on an easy run. Ryan's just gone bombing past me. Doing a workout. I'm trying to keep up with him, but I can't. Look at him go. What are we doing? I'm doing 5:20 pace. Oh, I'll let him go. Too fast for me. Good effort, Ryan. I've caught him. Tortoise in the hare. There he is. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I have a feeling you'll be coming back at me. What are you doing, Ryan? You finished?
Last night's session.
Last night's session?
Yeah.
Oh, was that your hard mile? What did you do it in?
5:20.
5:20. Good effort. There we are, run 3 done. That was Ryan scurrying behind me. I could hear him tap, 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 turn round. And he said, I can't stop. I was like, I know the drill. He's clearly on a rep. He was doing last night's session. So that was his mile he was doing. And I said, yeah, you carry on, mate. I'll just see if I can keep up with you. But I couldn't. And then I did catch up with him eventually. And we did a warm down together. So actually that took my mind off how difficult I was finding my run. So ran the last mile together. That was pretty cool. So job done. 12 miles for the day on battered legs. So the idea is that should help me in the back end of the marathon when my legs are complete trash. So yeah, productive day. I've got lasagna for tea now, my favourite. So let's go and enjoy that.
So as you can see, that was quite a struggle the Thursday. Friday, I took a day off, and then Saturday, I went out. First run of the day was a buggy run. Now, my little lad, he must be getting a heavy lump because these are getting hard. 8:24 is as fast as I can go. And they're good fun. I enjoy them. But I went out for sort of about 5K, and we're going along, and he's always shouting out, "Oh, look, there's some sheep," and "Oh, look, there's a boat." And so I've got this running commentary. So I really, really enjoy them. But he is a heavy lump, and it's getting quite difficult. And then later on in the afternoon, I went out and did just a 5-mile sort of mileage boost just to get the miles up for the week, ready to set myself up for Sunday's run. And so we dive into Sunday's long run. And as you'll see in this, there is more than one way to skin a cat. I wasn't feeling it at all at the start, but come the end, I was quite happy with what I'd done. So without further ado, let's dive in and check it out.
Good morning. It's long run day. And as many of you runners will know, some days you just really are not feeling it. And today for me is that day. I was thinking all morning, what set would I do? I'd try and do a marathon workout set, but I just can't. Everything I try and think of, I think, oh, should I do that? No, not really up for it. Can I do that? Not up for it. Thought I'd come in, change a different route to try and motivate myself a little bit more. So I've come somewhere different, and I've done 5 miles already. and I'm still just not feeling it. I just thought, oh, I don't know what to do. So days like this, I have a couple of little backup plans. One would be go really long and do like 3 hours. Another one would be a long progression run. So I might do that. I think I started doing my warm up about 7:30 pace, 7:15, just not feeling it. I did the last 2 miles in about 6:45, and I got a bit more motivated for that. So I thought, right, come on, that's what I'll do today. I'll do say 20 odd miles steady, and just take the day to enjoy it. I don't want to just go out and do a session that I really can't be bothered to do. It's really, really windy today, so I won't hit my target times. I'll probably just get in a strop. I won't enjoy it. And at the end of the day, running is a hobby, and you've got to do what you enjoy. So I'm just going to go out and do what I fancy today. It'll still be a productive effort, but sometimes you've just got to go with the flow, haven't you? So I'll take the camera with me, and we will see how we get on. So I'm 6 miles in, average pace of 7s. I will use this run to try a few things. I've got the jacket on for heat gains, so that'll be benefit number 1. I've also taken some gels with me just to practice running with gels, getting them open, taking them, all that sort of stuff. So I will try and find as many benefits as I can from this run, and it will be steady. I want to get the average under 7s and maybe chuck in some faster stuff towards the end, but just have fun. It is really, really windy, so I'll never hit my goal splits. Look at what I found. There he is, legend, that is Lauren. What are you doing today, mate?
11 mile easy.
11 easy. I'm doing 22 steady. Have a good one, mate. There he is, what a legend. Local runner in the area, comes track club. Good lad, Lauren. 8.5 miles in. 2 screens I like to have on my watch. One is my current pace to make sure I'm not doing anything stupid, and the other one is the overall lap pace. I've turned mile splits off, so I've just got the whole thing. So average is 6:50 at the moment. I'm just going to keep trying to yank that down a little bit, but slowly. Don't want to do anything ridiculous. "12 miles in, hit the tunnel." Oh, it's dark in here. Half marathon in 1:27.40. Average pace of 6:41. One thing I will say about the wind is it's cooling me down. I had a right sweat on a minute ago, but this is helping, even though it's a headwind. 18 miles in. I am feeling it. Average pace is 6:37, but this wind is horrible. Those last 6 miles or so into that headwind, tough. But 18 done, it's going all right. I'm 21 miles deep now. It's getting very tough. 6:35 average. Just in the last mile, just got to see it out. But I am very, very dehydrated. Haven't had a drink yet. Okay, I'm back home now, and that's a 22-mile run done. 22 miles steady it was in the end. Not too bad. Really wasn't doing anything before I started, but it was almost like once I sort of conceded the fact that I didn't have to do any sort of real fast reps at 6 minute mile in, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I just suddenly started getting into it and really started enjoying it. Most of it was, I got the warm-up done, and then the rest of it from about mile 7 onwards, I'm just looking at the stats now, from mile 7 onwards was in the 6:20s, so really, really productive. It was very, very windy. I tried to keep the effort all the same effort all the way through, so whatever it was into the tailwind, the headwind, etc. And it was funny, I did about 6 miles into a really bad headwind, and as soon as I turned a corner and lost that wind, I kept the same effort, and all of a sudden the clock went from 6:35 down to 6s. So I was probably putting in 6 minute per mile effort throughout the lot of it, really.
I mean, yeah, so it felt tough from about mile 17, 18 onwards, and I didn't have any fluids. I had 2 gels, but I didn't have any fluids, so I got really, really thirsty towards the end. It's actually turned into quite a hot day. I had 2 layers on, base layer on, and a sort of waterproof. Try to get the heat gains, because if it's hot in London, then I want to be ready for it. So, weirdly as it sounds, wasn't really expecting much from today, but I'm actually reckon that's probably the best long run of the block, 22 miles steady, really, really productive. So now I'm going to go in, take on lots and lots of fluids, lots of food, and recover, because I need to make that, if I recover well, that will turn a good session into a great session. So aim of the game for the rest of the day is to recover and wrap up the week. I think miles for the week, I think I've probably done about 66, 67, something like that, but we'll find out in the later thing. But I'm going to go now, because I can see my little 2-year-old boy is at the gate and he's wanting me to come in. So I'm going to go and spend the rest of the day with my little boy.
So there you can see we got it done. And so with that in mind, let's have a look at the stats for the week. Well, the mileage, that was 68. Really, really happy with that. This is, like I said, this is week 1 of this mini 4-week block where I want to go high 60s or even into the 70s if I can. So 68, good starting point. Off the back of that deload week, so getting back into it now. So really, really happy with that. My body weight before my long run, well, that was 68.1 kilos. So that is, I think that's now the lowest in the block. So that's coming down quite nicely. We're really going to start trying to bring that down now into the 67s for the remaining section. Strava Fitness, well, I don't know what's going on there. That's gone now from 100 all the way down to 85. Am I making excuses? I don't know. Obviously, coming off the back of the stag do, Monday, Tuesday, might have felt a bit grotty. So, heart rate's up, all the rest of it. I thought it would go back up after my long run, but I wore 2 layers. So I was probably, heartbeat was up a bit more, sweating a bit more. I was running into the headwind. I don't know if Strava knows that. So maybe it thought I was really, really unfit on the weekend. I don't know. Am I making excuses? I'm not sure. Am I just unfit? I don't know. We'll just see how that goes. But as I said at the very beginning, you take it with a pinch of salt. My long run, well, that's 22 miles. So that's the longest in the block. So I'm quite happy with that. And overall, I was pretty happy with how it went. Really, really, really productive for those endurance gains. I don't think I'll go above 22 miles, but I might do another one of those maybe next weekend, but I won't go above 22 miles. But I'm really, really happy with that. And then injuries, no, nothing at all. This tight calf that has been niggling me all the way through seems to have disappeared. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. So really happy with that. So all in all, I'm quite happy, to be honest. 6 weeks to go, feeling like I'm in a good place. I'm mostly excited about having no injuries. That was always my worry about the whole thing, but I'm quite happy about where I'm at, to be honest. So that wraps up another successful training week. Remember, guys, if you like this content and you want to see more, please do me a massive favor and like and subscribe. And please leave some comments. Let me know how your training is going. If you're training for London or any other marathon, I'd be happy to hear from you. And let's have a chat about it. But in the meantime, that's the end of this week's episode. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.